Hello, my name is Saroj Sedalia, and I am a Director of Strategic Learning and Impact at the Rockefeller Foundation. I've been in this role for 5 months. Today, I'm going to speak with you about the evolution of my leadership project, which is also a story about my own evolution as a leader. When I started this journey, I was part of the leadership team at a boutique consulting firm focusing on global health. And in that role, I imagined a leadership project that would help my previous company with the challenge related to maintaining positive staff morale. The idea was to balance out the grind of client service by introducing bespoke professional development objectives and opportunities that fit where young people, particularly young women, were in their lives. Too often, professional development opportunities in consulting required a commitment to work that could be all-consuming, and I hoped that alternative pathways could help my prior firm retain more diverse and more satisfied talent. Then, after 7 years in this role, I moved to a new position with the Rockefeller Foundation. And then, after 8 weeks in my new role, I became pregnant. So in this new role, with a rapidly approaching hiatus, which would further slow my integration into the organization, what leadership project would I propose and advance? To answer this question, I did what I always do. I thought all I needed was a plan, and no matter what, I would have the tenacity to figure out how to implement it. I would develop a new project idea, map out key steps, execute, and do 1 year's worth of work in 6 months in order to both prove myself with the organization and hold true to my commitment to this program. All I needed to do was to present a rational idea, and it would surely be embraced and supported. So I started. I developed a new project concept focused on developing tools that would help mainstream learning and reflection practices, while also introducing concepts of data equity, particularly around gender. I made a plan. I wove it into my performance objectives. I decided I'd sacrifice my personal time to figure this out. I made it a result to achieve. And I am an achiever. And then the project stalled. Why? Many reasons. New team members were better positioned than I to lead on elements of this work. My nascent understanding of the organization kept making it challenging to figure out how to best create buy-in. My understanding of my new role kept evolving. Every time I thought I knew how to proceed, something changed. My free hours for this project were dominated by the needs of my toddler, doctor's appointments, and morning sickness. I was struggling. So it was time to consider a second option, which would require doing a few things that do not come naturally to me. Focusing on relationships instead of results, listening instead of telling, honoring my need for balance, and most difficult of all, admitting my own limitations. The truth is that with my job change, I am no longer positioned to influence my organization as easily or as quickly. I need to focus on establishing trusted relationships, building my reputation, and understanding power structures and decision-making. I need to take much more time to listen. Perhaps more importantly, instead of pushing myself to deliver 200% prior to my maternity leave and have all of this figured out, I need to remember that this is indeed a journey and it will continue in the years to come. So today, I still think my project is going to focus on weaving equity principles into a toolkit for learning, but I'm far from figuring out how to get there. I'm focusing on building relationships and understanding who might be a contributor, co-creator, and even a skeptic. Now, a year ago, I would have seen where I've landed as a failure and labeled my reasons as excuses. Today, I recognize the short-sightedness and self-harm in that judgment. I know that this season will change and that it's time to step into leadership on my own terms, not those that I see placed before me. Right now, it's a season for grounding and balance in my family and in my new role. And naming and respecting that balance is the only path to showing up authentically and sustainably in the long run. And I am thinking about this as a long game. WomenLift Health has helped equip me for this moment by helping me to understand leadership is a journey, helping me name my values, which I follow today by being truthful and authentic in this presentation, providing me with tools to be more effective in influencing others by changing how I approach network building, and pushing me to get out of the process and think big picture, that it's not just what I produce, but how I help people grow while we create together. I don't know where my project will land, but I'm confident that the evolution I've experienced over the last year leaves me a more capable, thoughtful, and considerate leader. I'm grateful for that and for the support and inspiration of the women in this cohort. Thank you.